Alright guys, so we have an update on the police shooting involving Mr. Jayland Walker from Akron, Ohio. Now, if you guys have not heard about this story, if you have not seen my first video on this story, the woke revolutionaries, Black Lives Matter, they are protesting over a police shooting an unarmed black man. You know, their event that they love the most, right? That they will come out and riot in the streets over, despite the fact that black men get shot and killed every single day in liberal cities across the country, but they don't care because they're being shot and killed by most likely another black man. They are out in droves in Akron, Ohio over this police shooting, okay? Now, if you guys don't know this story in regards to what happened, what allegedly happened, well, let me give you a quick summary. Apparently, Mr. Jayland Walker was stopped doing a routine traffic stop by police. He tried to get away from police, which led to a high-speed chase. Allegedly, Mr. Walker fired shots at police from the vehicle during this high-speed chase. Eventually, Mr. Walker stopped, got out of his car with a ski mask on, by the way, a ski mask, and started to run away. And as he started to run away, police were pursuing him, and Jayland Walker turned around towards the police, and at that point, police shot him in a hail of bullets and gunfire, okay? Again, allegedly, he was shot over 60 times or something like that, right? According to the mainstream liberal media. And this has caused all types of outrage, right? People are saying that this was wrong, okay? This was wrong, okay? This is just another example of the racist police killing an unarmed black man indiscriminately, and apparently he's innocent, according to some of these people, okay? So that being said, we actually have body cam footage now of what happened, and I'm just going to go ahead and say off the top that this body cam footage does not do Mr. Jayland Walker any real justice or make him look innocent. In my opinion, it makes it so it seems like the police's original story was true and that the shooting was justified. However, let's go ahead and play a news clip of what happened featuring the body cam footage so that you guys can get a better understanding of what's going on here, because Mr. LeBron James, who has a history of responding to police shootings involving unarmed black men, has actually chimed in on this shooting, and I want to respond to that. So let's go ahead and roll the clip.
City's 4th of July celebrations were canceled due to an investigation into the deadly police shooting of Jayland Walker. The 25-year-old black man was unarmed when he was killed in a hail of bullets after a traffic stop. This afternoon, police released the disturbing body cam footage, which shows officers fired dozens of rounds as Walker ran away. This weekend, hundreds of people protested in the streets calling for justice. Elise Preston has been covering the developments today. Elise?
Jerica, the 8 officers under investigation are on paid leave after the attempted traffic stop and deadly pursuit. The police union says those officers are cooperating with the investigation. We have to warn you, the body camera video you are about to see is disturbing. Newly released body camera video shows the moments leading up to the deadly shooting of Jayland Walker.
The officers have not been able to provide a statement yet. I am reserving any sort of judgment until we hear from them.
Akron police say the 25-year-old delivery driver sped off when they tried to pull him over for a traffic violation last week. During the chase, investigators claim Walker fired from the window of his car, a claim his family disputes.
21 shots fired. That vehicle just had a shot come out of its door.
Video shows Walker exiting the car on foot wearing a ski mask. Authorities say officers tried to use tasers to stop him, but opened fire when he turned around to face them. Investigators say Walker was hit dozens of times.
The ME's report indicates over 60 wounds to Mr. Walker's body.
Walker never fired a shot during the foot chase, but officers say they found a gun and a loaded magazine in his car.
Jayland was a sweet young man. He never caused any trouble.
Hundreds of demonstrators have gathered in Akron this weekend to protest. Akron native and NBA icon LeBron James tweeted out, "I pray for my city today." Walker's family and city leaders are urging protesters to remain peaceful.
Listen, you'll have to do one of the most difficult things that I can ever ask somebody to do, and that is to please be patient and let the Attorney General do their work.
Once the state's investigation is complete, the case will be handed over to the Ohio Attorney General's office for further review before being presented to a grand jury for evaluation. Jerika?
Elise, just hearing those gunshots is hard to hear, and just to think it all started with a traffic violation. Thank you.
All right, guys, so you seen that, you heard that, okay? To me, it seems like that was obviously justified, okay? Because one, allegedly, the guy, the suspect, Jayland Walker, shot at the police during the high-speed chase, in which you can see the muzzle flash, or what is alleged to be the muzzle flash, in a still image of the high-speed chase, okay? So it looks like the police's accounts of what happened during the high-speed chase was correct, and at that point, if the guy actually shot at the police, I think there's reason to believe that he may have a weapon, right? And if he turns around and he points at police, or he turns around in a certain way that may suggest that he has a weapon, I think it is justified for police to shoot, okay? And here's the thing, man. People can whine and complain all they want and talk about, well, it was overkill and they shot him too much and such and such and such. Again, my question to you is, are you saying that him running away from the cops, doing everything he did to lead up to this situation, are you saying that that was justified? Are you saying that police shouldn't be allowed to defend themselves if somebody was previously shooting at them and then they might have been trying to shoot at them as they're running away? You don't think cops have the right to protect and to defend their lives when a suspect has already shown to potentially have deadly weapons and will use those weapons against police? Again, the guy jumped out of the car with a ski mask. A ski mask. Okay? I don't know what's going on in this man's life. Allegedly, his wife or his fiance or something like that died like a month earlier. Okay? There was a wedding ring found in the front seat of his car along with a gun. All I know is that the man obviously had a death wish. Okay? He obviously, to me, it seemed like he was trying to get away from police. He didn't want to be caught by police, and he was doing things to put himself in a situation to be shot and killed by police. But nobody ever wants to address that. And that's the crazy part of me, because these people claim they care about black lives, but I'm like, you would save more black lives by telling people, don't run away from police, don't resist, comply. That would save the most black lives when it comes to interactions with police. But again, these people are not really for saving black lives. They're really about pushing the narrative. And despite the police body cam footage coming out that to me shows that it was justified, you still have woke race hustlers like Tariq Nasheed that are dissatisfied with this, okay? As he came out here and asked, where is the Congressional Black Caucus to aggressively combat this racial murder of Jayland Walker? Remember last week when CBC members were hitting the streets ready to turn up for abortion rights? Where are they now? Again, my problem with this is not going after the Congressional Black Caucus. They definitely should be criticized. But them being silent on this issue is not a reason to criticize them. Because this is not a racial murder. And I would love for Tariq Nasheed to provide evidence that this was a racial murder. And I bet he could not do so if asked. But hey, you know, you got people out there calling to disband the Congressional Black Caucus in response to this. Even though, again, I don't necessarily disagree with disbanding the Congressional Black Caucus. However, this ain't an issue to really criticize them over, okay? So that being said, what this video is actually really about is LeBron James and his response to this police shooting. As he has chimed in on this and says, I pray for my city. Now, some of you guys may be saying, you know, why are you making a video about this, right? Like, why are you trying to make LeBron James the focus of this video? Well, the reason why is because I find it interesting how LeBron James has chimed in on this incident, okay? And depending on how much people in this city turn up, right, in regards to this incident, okay, how much noise they want to make, I got a feeling it won't be the last time LeBron James responds, okay? Because LeBron James has a history of responding to these police shootings and not necessarily waiting for all the facts and evidence to come out. Now, it seems like this time he is waiting for all the facts and evidence to come out before trying to dox a police officer. However, the whole point of this video is that I don't want to hear anything from LeBron James outside of this tweet, right? I don't want to hear nothing from him outside of this tweet. And the main reason why is because LeBron James put out a similar tweet for Ethan Lyman, who was beaten to death in LeBron James's I Promise School parking lot by black suspects, okay? He was beaten to death, and the only thing LeBron James had to say about it is, well, you know, condolences go out to the family and pray for our community, right? Didn't even mention the kid's name, really didn't say anything about it. And I hope that LeBron James gives that same type of energy for this incident right here. Because I'm going to tell you, there's going to be pressure for LeBron James to say more about this, okay? There's going to be pressure for him to speak up against so-called police brutality because this was a black man. And I'm telling you, LeBron James better not say nothing. Don't say nothing. I want you to be just as silent on this as you were on Ethan Lyman. Because if LeBron James is not silent on this, if he starts to really speak up about this, pushing this racial narrative, pushing the police shooting narrative, pushing the unarmed black man, yada, yada, yada narrative, I'm telling you, I will lose my mind. I will lose my mind. Because it will obviously show that LeBron James has racial bias in regards to who he cares about and who he does not care about. Okay, and we're talking about people that are being killed in his city, right? His hometown. So again, if you can't speak up for Ethan Lyman getting beat to death. I mean, the guy, he had a foot imprint in his chest. Beaten to death. Couldn't really say anything except, you know, thoughts and prayers. And that's fine. That's fine. But according to the left, thoughts and prayers are not enough. Right? They're not enough. So all I want for this incident right here is the same type of energy. Just pray and keep it moving. Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing. Okay? So with that being said, you know, again, it's shameful, man, that the city of Cleveland had to cancel 4th of July celebrations over what is obviously a justified police shooting. Again, I hope these vendors get their money back, but I'm just saying, like, why is it that every single time one of these things happen, these people are out in droves for this, but when it comes to black lives that are being lost on a daily basis, mainly black males, at the hand of black males, they ain't got nothing to say about it. They ain't got no energy for it whatsoever. But they got energy for this. A person who made a terrible decision, a person that decided to run away and shoot at police officers, and they think there should be no consequence for that. Police should go easy on him. Don't empty the clip on that man, even though he tried to kill you. Again, ridiculous, man. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. Every single time. And then everybody want to sit and act like this is so tragic and blah. That's not tragic. Again, it sucks that this guy lost his life, but he put himself in that situation. He could have saved his life on multiple occasions, but it seems like he didn't want to do that, right? And he could have been going through some things because of the loss of his wife, his fiance. I mean, this could have been a part of it, right? It could have been a part of it. Maybe he didn't want to live anymore. I don't know. But I'm sick and tired of these people giving all this energy and protesting in the street for things like this, shootings that are justified from the police. But when it comes to other innocent black folks losing their lives every single day at the hands of thugs and criminals, they're silent. They have nothing to say about it whatsoever. Or a white student who got beat to death, or a white kid who got beat to death by thugs in a parking lot. You ain't got nothing to say about it. You silent. Again, real acts of injustice get ignored every single day. But somebody that was running away from cops, that was basically begging for the cops to shoot him, that guy gets protests in the streets. He gets national news attention. It's ridiculous, man. We live in cuckoo for Cocoa Puff world. We really do. And stories like this really highlight that. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.